So, good morning, everyone.
Good.
First of all, I would request everyone to keep your camera on and unmute yourself so that we can start our meeting with a big round of applause. Hi, I'm Akshita Joshi, and it is pleasure for me to be the first speaker as Sergeant-at-Arms of today's meeting. So it is my responsibility to let you know about the ground rules of a Toastmaster meeting. So first and foremost, do not talk about sex, caste, religion, politics throughout a meeting. It is a general request for everyone to keep your camera on and keep yourself muted when you are not talking. And keep a water bottle with you in case you need that. And I will give you 4 seconds to keep your phone on silent so that we can avoid any disturbances. Okay. Meanwhile, I'll share the mission agenda of our meeting. A Toastmaster meeting is here to provide a supportive and positive learning experience to each of the member, by which we are empowered to develop our communication and leadership style. And now we will start our meeting by calling our president, Toastmaster Raja, as presiding officer of the meeting. Over to you, Toastmaster Raja.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster. For such a wonderful start. And a very good morning, fellow Toastmasters, and welcome guests. It's good to see all of you joined in today on the Independence Day. So once again, a very good morning, and I call this meeting to order. So this is a great day, and since today all of you are Toastmasters, I did not think I have to talk about how old this organization is, or maybe whatever it is about. But have some let's have introduction of some people who have joined us after a long time. Most of us know him, but still, it is always good to hear from his mouth. So please help me welcome with a big round of applause a person who has served Pink City Toastmasters Club in various positions, including president, person who has changed the dynamics of how Pink City Toastmasters Club worked, person who has always been supportive, person who has raised the bar of Pink City Toastmasters. With a big thunderous round of applause, help me welcome Toastmaster Vidit Ajmera.
Thank you so very much, Raja. And it's like it's always homecoming coming to Pink City Toastmasters. And I would just like to introduce myself as a big fan of Pink City Toastmasters. That is it. Nothing more, nothing less. A big fan of PCTC. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Raja. And it's delighting to see the faces like Manali, Eksha, and Saloni as a TMOD after a long time. It's really homecoming. Thank you so much, Raja.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Vidit. Please keep joining us. And next, we have someone who is serving District 41, Area C as Area Director. He is not a guest, but still his introduction is definitely required for us. Someone who has helped Ajmer Toastmasters Club become someone who has helped Ajmer Toastmasters Club, raise their greater bars, someone who has always been helpful to Toastmasters, someone who is so energetic for Toastmasters that whether you reach out to him at any point of time, he's available. He has someone with him. So let's have an introduction of Toastmaster Abhishek. Toastmaster Abhishek.
Thank you, Toastmaster Raja, for such a warm welcome. However, I would not partake the whole adulation that has been given to me, considering that I'm not the only one who has been able to rise the standard of Ajmer. It was a team effort. It's just that starting with A being the first or second roll number, always I got the limelight. People, when they were looking at the roster, Abhishek name was there on the top, so they thought, oh, this might be that. So I'm not the one. There was the whole team led by our charter president as an area director. So I'm not the only one, but as I said, being the top roll number, you get the limelight and the heat of Viva. So that's all it is. And as far as what I'm doing right now, I'm serving Ajmer as president and VPE. I'm still getting used to the fact that I'm an area director now. Though my friends like Raja keep telling me that you are an area director now, it still feels odd. So I still like to stick with president and VP as of Ajmer. Now coming to why I like to join PCTC is because Ajmer was kind of expanded club from PCTC, and be it Raja, Manoj sir, they have been our go-to persons when we were in our nascent stage. So when I saw that, okay, somebody is needed at PCTC, so it was something that how could I say no? It's like a reciprocal thing. That's it. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Abhishek. And trust me, I have a piece of advice here. Just wait till February and you would almost feel like you are an area director. Till February, things are very smooth. Trust me.
Then that's okay. Till February, it's okay, right? But
yes. All right. Now it is time to call an amazing Toastmaster. Someone who would lead us through this meeting. Someone who is ready to, wake the patriotism in our hearts. Someone who is looking so bright today. With a big, big, big round of applause, help me welcome the amazing, amazing, amazing Toastmaster Saloni Ladha.
Thank you, Toastmaster Raja. A very good morning to fellow Toastmaster and guest master, and a very happy Independence Day to one and all present here. Before we move forward to our actual meeting, I request everyone to stand at Savan position and switch on their camera, as I'm going to share my screen and Chandan. Is my screen visible?
Yes. Yes.
Adjust your camera.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल गंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
This is infrastructure.
Hello everybody again. So today we are celebrating 75th Independence Day, And on this day, we got freedom from British rule in 1947. Like every year, our tricolor unfurled from the Red Fort in Old Delhi by Prime Minister of the India. On this day, the citizens pay respect to all the great leaders who fought bravely for India's independence in the past. There is a lot veracity in the India, and after independence, we got our constitution and also got the right to and also enjoy our fundamental rights. And on this auspicious day, I would like to recite one poem written by Rabindranath Tagore, where the mind is fearless and the head held high, where where the knowledge is free, where the world has not been broken into segment by narrow domestic wall, where the words come out from utmost truth, where the tireless striving stretches its arm towards perfection, where the clear stream of reason has not lost its way into dreary desert sand of dead habits, where the mind is led forward by thee into ever-widening thoughts and action, into the heaven of freedom. My father, let my country awake, let my country awake, let my country awake. Thank you. Now we move forward to a regular meeting. And for the benefit of guests, I would like to tell the structure of Toastmaster meeting. A typical Toastmaster meeting consists of 3 sections. The very first is prepared speeches, where Toastmaster prepare their speech in advance and display it on the virtual platform. Second, we have a table topic session where table topic master coordinate, and though like guests and Toastmaster who have not got the chance to speak on a topic to speak on a random topic. Last but not the least, evaluation, where we learn. For more understanding about evaluation process, we have general evaluator, Toastmaster Abhishek. Over to you, Toastmaster Abhishek.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Saloni, for reminding me the beautiful words of Rabindranath Tagore. So it was one of the prayers that we spoke at my school back in the day. And when you were reading them out, all I could do was make the pauses where we did back in the school. I was like, she's reading it wrong. Then I had to remind myself, no, she's reading it correctly because that's how you spoke your prayer, but that's not how it's to be read. But absolutely very well rightly said, because where the mind is free is where the excellence follows. Where you're willing to take up a feedback in a constructive manner and willing to allow yourself to rise to a better standard will be the time when you will rise as well as your nation will rise. Because nation is not the government, the police, the judiciary. Nation is individuals like us, the 16 individuals and another 16 related to us and another 16 related to them. So if we 16 allow and agree on this Independence Day that we will in next 1 year, try to be the best version of ourselves. And in the very next year, help 16 more to be the best version of themselves. I'm sure in 16 years, this would be a great nation. What do you guys say? A virtual thumbs up if you agree. Okay, so I agree that next year, the 16 people who are here will be the best version of themselves. Great. Yeah, I had to say something like that. Independence Day, motivational talk. So, moving on, as a general evaluator, I'll be evaluating the whole meeting. And presiding officer, I do not see a grammarian in the room. Could you please help me with that? VP Education, I do not see.
Harshit is the grammarian. Okay. Harshit, can you please rename yourself?
Yeah, sorry, I forgot.
Okay. Cool, thank you. We are lazy people. I don't see the agenda again. I just look at it here. So that being said, the meeting will be evaluated overall, what we did best, what we can do better. And to help me with that, there is a tag team. Tag team is Timer, who is Rakesh Shekhawat, our counter, Manali, and grammarian Harshit. So I would be calling them in that order to help us understand what they would be doing. Over to you, Toastmaster Rakesh.
Thank you, General Evaluator, TM Abhishek. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. Time is a very precious thing in our life. anything which in our life can get it back, but we cannot get it back any single second which already been passed in our life. So be on time, utilize your time in an optimal manner. As a timer, it is my duty to monitor timing for prepared speech, table topic speech, and evaluation speech. I will also alert each and every speaker about remaining time during their speeches using green, yellow, and red cards. In case of prepared speeches, time limit would be 5 to 7 minutes. At 5 minutes, I will show green card. At 6 minutes, I will show yellow card. At 7 minutes, I will show red card. In case of table topic speeches, time limit would be 1 to 2 minutes. At 1 minute, I will show green card. At 1 minute 30 seconds, I will show yellow card. And at 2 minutes, I will show red card. The time limit for individual evaluation would be 2 to 3 minutes. At 2 minutes, I will show green card. At 2 minutes 30 seconds, I will show yellow card. At 3 minutes, I will show red card. In addition, there would be 30-second grace period on either side for prepared speeches and written speeches. On other side, 30-second grace period on upper side for the table topic speeches. In evaluation section, I will present my detailed report when called upon by the general evaluator. Thank you very much. Over to you, general evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rakesh. Could you please also show us the timing device that you will be using? Would it be share screen or virtual background?
Yeah, I am going to use virtual background.
Okay. Fine. So I would request the speakers to just pin Toastmaster Rakesh on their screens when they are speaking to keep a track of their timing. Moving on, no speech looks good with R's and R's. So I would request Toastmaster Manali, VPE, I think, of correct, Manali? VPE. Yes, VP Education of PCTC. Over to you to tell us how we can improve our speeches.
Thank you, Abhishek. A very warm morning to everyone and a very happy Independence to everyone present here. Today, I'm the R counter for the day, and being an R counter, my role would be to keep a check on you to check the crutch sounds, like to check the filler words, but, like, okay, so well, which we commonly use too much, which we should not. So I'll be keeping check on this, and along with that, filler phrases like you know and to, but. So all these things I'll be keeping a check on it. So please be careful while speaking, and at the end of the meeting, I'll share my report. Thank you. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Very good usage and very good example of how you will be keeping a track of your report. Now, finally, grammarian. So no language is improved as long as you are speaking within the time without any crutch sound. But what about the grammar? You know, I know, you know. Manali will take care, but Harshit would tell us where we can improve as a grammar. Over to you, Toastmaster Harshit.
Yeah, thank you, General Evaluator. Good morning and a very happy Independence to all the fellow Toastmasters. As a grammarian, it is my responsibility to pay close attention to all the speakers, listening carefully to their use, listen carefully to the usage of some outstanding words, quotes, sayings, or thoughts. It is also my duty to introduce the word of the day. For today's meeting, the word is veracity, which means the quality of being true, honest, or accurate. Example is, voters should be concerned about the veracity and the character of a candidate. Each speaker is encouraged to use the word of the day. I will give the grammarian's report when called upon during the meeting and also report on the usage of the word of the day. I will share my report in the evaluation section. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Harshit. And I would request you to put the word in the chat box before starting of every section. So prepared speaker, TTM, and even journal evaluator, so that the evaluators also remember to use it. Now, is everyone listening to the meeting? Can I have a thumbs up if you are listening to the meeting attentively? But I have to verify. I have to check the veracity of your claims. So we have a half master with us who would be listening into the meeting, and at the end of the meeting, she would be checking how attentively we were listening other than the GE, because GE has to listen to the meeting attentively. So for that, I would call upon Toastmaster Sneha to tell us about her role.
Hello everyone, and very happy Independence Day. I am Sneha Mittal, Harpmaster for the today's meeting. Role of a Harpmaster is to test your listening power, and for that, I'll put up some questions in front of you all. These questions will be taken up from the speeches, delivered speeches only. So you can answer them in the chat box or volunteer yourself by raising your hand. That's all from my side. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sneha, for such a succinct description of your role. Give everyone a big round of applause for tag team. They would be listening attentively for next 90 to 120 minutes. Takes a lot of concentration and effort. So moving on, I would hand the stage back over to our charming Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Saloni. Back to you.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Now let's move forward to the prepared speeches. And our very first speaker is a great Toastmaster, a mechanical engineer, and currently working on his communication skills for placements. And his name is Toastmaster Gaurav. Before I request his evaluator, Toastmaster Shubham, to kindly address the speech objectives. Toastmaster Shubham.
So, thank you, Toastmaster Saloni. So, very good morning to all of you and very happy Independence Day. So, today Toastmaster Gaurav is attempting his level 3 project 2 speech, and the purpose of the project is for the member to practice the skills needed to present himself or herself well in an interview. That is the only purpose of today's speech. So over to you, Toastmaster Saloni, and all the very best to Toastmaster Gaurav.
Okay, so Toastmaster Gaurav, presenting self in an interview, Toastmaster Gaurav, all the best.
Okay, thank you. So before starting to the speech, so we have Iksha with us. So Iksha will be interviewing me. So yeah.
Hi Gaurav, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. What about you, Iksha?
I'm also very well, thank you. So Gaurav, tell us something about yourself.
Okay, so yeah, hi, this is Gaurav and I came from Pali, Rajasthan. So it is basically a small city and which is famous for its milk cake, and we can say a production and we can also say it is famous for its production of mehendi and clothing. So this is what I came from. Talking about academics, I'm currently pursuing my electrical engineering from Jaipur Engineering College and Research Center. So as I came to a middle class family, but I have a big dreams. So I started working on myself, and then I joined Toastmaster, then I joined ISEC and work upon my communication and leadership skills. So talking about my experiences, I have been in a part of a team leader in ISEC International. Also, I have organized a 3-day conference. So these were some skills I have been working and worked on upon. And talking about my hobbies, I have a keen interest in solving so many puzzles, listening to music, and watching so many Bollywood movies. So that is all about myself.
That's quite an interesting profile, Gaurav. So tell us something about your work at ISEC, a little bit in detail.
Definitely. So I joined ISEC back into September 2020. I worked as a member in ISEC for 6 months. Then I applied for the position of vice president in that particular department, which is outgoing department, but I unfortunately got rejected. Then applied for the team leader position, and fortunately I got selected for the team leader position. So I have worked on the position of team leader for past 6 months. I had a team of 7 people, and I was the totally responsible person for those 7 people for their growth in the organization. Along with the position of team leader, in my department, which was outgoing department, I was the IR manager, which is an international relation manager. And I was the responsible person to manage all the international with all the countries connecting to the ISEC in Jaipur. So that was all about my role in ISEC.
Gaurav, when you got rejected for the role that you were preferring, what was your reaction and how you dealt with it?
Yeah, so I'll definitely it was very much shocking for me. I can't say shocking for me because I was just joined ISEC and it was only 3 to 4 months I have joined it. And but I don't want to lose any opportunity. So me as a member, I applied for direct to the vice president position, and like I just want to learn new things, so I applied for it. I learned so many new things. I have gone through so many processes, fill up that application, and that was the great experience I have ever had, because that application was around 50 to 60 pages. So writing that much long application is like something in a very, like we can say, a different experience for me. So like moreover, it was a great experience. Like if I get selected or not, it was a great experience for me.
Gaurav, when you were leading a team of people, I'm sure that you might be facing some members who are challenging to deal with, and you have, or maybe they are not responding on time and not delivering up to the expectations. So what is your approach in that case? How do you manage challenging members?
Yeah, definitely. So like I'll share a story before answering to the question, because when I became the team leader, like on that moment of time, I was having my semester exams. So the starting of my term was something I can say pretty much out of track, because I was having my exams. So I was not properly focused on the team bonding. So that was we can say a bottleneck of my term. Then I focused on the bonding part. I organized so many physical meets, and firstly and foremostly, I started bonding all the peoples all together, because bonding and the, like we can say, communication is the only thing which can tends to make you grow. And I worked on that. After like making them bond together, I started giving them small and small tasks. And if somebody is not like even like if somebody is not able to perform that task properly, so I was the only one who was like handling that error, or we can say that project. And I was handling that by myself only, not preferring some other person to do it. So that is how I deal with all my like team members and their work.
Thank you, Gaurav. So what is your aspiration? What are your goals in next 5 years or 10 years? Where do you want to see yourself?
Yeah, so like in the next 5 years, as I'm a very freshie, so I'll work on my skills and my technical skills, my professional skills. And I see myself in the next 5 years leading a team of up to 100 to 200 people. And I believe I'll definitely do it. So that is my 5 years goal. And come to the 7 years goals. So I'll definitely believe and like trust myself that I'll become a CEO in some reputed company.
So Gaurav, I believe that your inclination is towards managerial side. So may I ask you, why did you choose to do engineering in electrical stream? And if given a chance, what would be your preference, a core technical role, or a managerial position?
So like when I was in 12th standard, the only syllabus I was going through was the electrical part. The only like I was very inclined to science, so I read physics, chemistry, mathematics. I still love mathematics, but physics was something today life. So after reading the physics, I was totally inclined to electrical department. Then I took electrical. But like we can say, in every moment of life we face different challenges. When the lockdown happened, the inclination of myself towards electrical shifted to the computer science department. So currently I'm working on the computer, like will definitely shift to the management part. So yeah.
One last question before we conclude. You have to answer me this in one line. If we hire you, what we are going to gain, and if we don't hire you, what we are going to lose? Please answer this in one line.
Okay. So person who is more adaptable, and I'll be able to, if I'm not even able to solve it, I'll try how to solve it, and I'll find all the ways how I can possibly solve the problem. And if I did not get the chance, then you will definitely will lose a person who is more adaptable to the environment he's facing, rather than going to a task-oriented person. So yeah,
thank you, Gaurav. It was wonderful speaking to you. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Gaurav. Your speech is very informative. Like for me, I have my interviews and placements starting from September only. So thank you, Gaurav. Like before moving forward to our next speaker, I have small game for all of you, where you have to guess the movie from the picture I'll be showing. These movies are patriotic, and so yeah. So I'm going to share my screen. And also you have to answer in chat box. Like these movies are easily guessable. So let's see who is the quickest among us. Our first movie is, you have to guess the name of the movie. Okay. General Evaluator Abhishek is the winner. Let's move forward to the next picture. Yes. Again, General Evaluator. Okay, next. Toastmaster Gaurav is it. So next. This one is hard. Toastmaster Iksha is the winner. Next. Yes. General Evaluator is the winner. I guess last one we have. No, that's the last. So yeah, that's it. Now let's move forward to our next speaker. Before inviting the next speaker, I would like to think she's full of energy. Third, she's always smiling. So that's Toastmaster Akshita, and I request her evaluator, Toastmaster Kriti, to kindly address her speech objectives.
Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and our distinguished guests, and a special good morning to Toastmaster Akshita. The first step towards everything is that you have to tell yourself that you can do it. And in each meeting of Toastmaster, we are going to take the first step. The first step towards overcoming the fear. The first step towards overcoming the wrong assumptions that we make for ourselves. So here, once again, Toastmaster Akshita is on the led to take the first step towards becoming a good communicator. She is going to present this L2P2 speech, and the purpose of a speech, this project is for the member to learn about different communication styles and identify his or her primary style. The purpose of this speech is for the member to share the impact of his or her style on others. So all the best, Toastmaster Akshita, and very eager to hear your speech.
Okay, TMOD, should I introduce me? Toastmaster Akshita. Oh, Toastmaster Akshita. Timer, you can start your timing now. So, oh, yeah, that is what I'm gonna talk about. This is not about what we communicate, but about how we communicate. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and dear guest. Do you remember the times when we didn't know any language? Oh, we don't have that much memory, but we all know that a newborn baby cries desperately, expressing fear when he enters this external world. But now crying is not an option, as we know different languages to express. But do we always need a language to express? Let me show you. Feel free to comment on my face. Okay. So, yeah, we don't need always some words to express. But when we choose words, our sentence structure, our tone, our mood, and even our expressions make huge changes in our communication style. I got to know this when I researched about what my communication style is. And I get to know that none of the communication style is perfect or correct. Its perfections just depends upon the situation plus the audience to which you are referring. I'm saying here that an aggressive person was not and is not always an aggressive person. At some point of time, he must have felt that this is the best way of communication as no one listens to me. So I should raise my voice. That's how aggressive people talk, I think. So let's talk about different communication styles. And fortunately, we Toastmasters have everything. In general, we all are initiators, engaging, enthusiastic, and funny as long as our mood doesn't spoil. Like our VPM when he invites different guests. And when we find someone in trouble, we just become supportive, calm and collected, who just listens more, like our evaluators, like our mentors, sorry. And when people don't get your point, we shift to facts and figures and start showing reasons. That's how our evaluator reacts. And last of all, when we try to save our time and energy, we use direct communication as our president. So let's move forward by saying that what is our communication style? Wait. Okay, so I would say that we have different communication styles and it just depends upon the audience. Okay, we use different tones when we talk to our colleagues and we choose a very separate way when we talk to our kids. But do you think that we can change these situations with our communication styles? Like suppose when a friend comes to you with a problem and he is expecting a supportive character. Your friends talk like, man, I am just frustrated with everything. I just don't want to leave anymore. I want to run away from here. And then you react, if you react analytically rather than being supportive, what would be the conversation? Like, man, it is not just you, okay? 70% of the population is frustrated. And it is the problem of our generation. You can see how important it is to communicate properly. You can see here. But suppose we communicate properly. Okay, communication is like a pizza. A plain pizza's bread tastes very common, but the type and amount of topping which we put on that makes it better and delicious. So the type and amount of emotions we put in our words makes us better communicator. Communication is like a bridge between confusion and clarity. Sometimes we have clarity of thoughts, but our words confuse others. At that time, I would simply show you a solution. Okay. So in my opinion, anger is the most probable situation when we find ourselves out of control. Am I right? Your expression are saying me. So whenever you feel angry, just take a paper and write down all the things which troubled you rather than talking to that person. This much we all know that writing is a better option. But now take a fresh page and write down the things that how you want it to be corrected. The person who hurted you, how you want it to be healed. Firstly, communicate with yourself. It is the first step for yourself to be a better communicator. Now tell me what we demand when we talk to someone. The first thing we demand is attention. We need attention. We demand it by different tones, different expressions, and by different words. So next time, whenever you talk to someone, like to your colleagues, or you have like if you have thousands of people as your audience, or to your kids, just adapt to their mindset and their communication style to being an effective communicator. So I would conclude my speech here. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Akshita. Really interesting topic and really interesting speech. Now let's move forward to our next section that is table topic session, where we have table topic master who loves working out in gym, who loves eating clean food, and who really have keen interest in knowing new technology. And he's working on a startup, Toastmaster Monish, to take that meeting forward.
Thank you, TMOD Saloni. I hope I am audible. And, good morning, Toastmasters, and happy Independence Day. I am Monish and would like to take up the table topic section. The purpose of table topics is to help participants build their impromptu speaking skills. I will help you in building these skills by asking for a volunteer to come up on virtual stage. I will share a random topic with the volunteer. After that, I will announce the speaker's name, then the speech topic, and then again speech topic followed by the speaker's name. The speaker will have to speak for minimum 1 minute and maximum of 2 minutes and 30 seconds for the topic. The timer will show the green card after 1 minute, yellow card after 1 minute and 30 seconds, and red card after 2 minutes. If there is no volunteer when I call, then I will choose who will come the audience to speak. I will guess the name. That was my role. Over to you, TMOD.
So now let's begin with our table topic session. Who will be our first volunteer for table topic? Any volunteers?
So I should take up this opportunity to call someone.
Saloni, I'm not able to hear the table topic speaker clearly. Is the problem with me or you guys are able to listen him properly?
No, we can hear him. Toastmaster Monish. Toastmaster Vidit, would you like to volunteer?
Well, sure, but I'm not getting him clearly.
Okay, then I'll recite the topic.
I'll present my screen. Just a second.
It is better now.
I hope everybody can see my screen. Hello?
Yes, I can see.
All right, topic 1 for TM Vidit. Freedom is never dear at any price. It is the breath of life. What would a man not pay for a living? By Mahatma Gandhi.
Can I read it once more?
Yeah, sure. Freedom is never dear at any price. It is breath of life. What would a man not pay for a living? By Mahatma Gandhi. TM Vidit.
Thank you so much, table topic master TTM Monish, for giving me this topic. And first of all, I would like to congratulate everybody, the 75th Independence Day of our nation. And what better thought it can start off with by none other than Mahatma Gandhi. I would like to share that by this subject, what I could understand is Mahatma Gandhi here compared the freedom with the breath which we all take in. So it is as important as the breath. So just like if you draw an analogy, that breath is something which if you don't have, or if you can't do it, breathe in or breathe out, it gets very difficult to survive, or it's impossible. Similarly, independence is one such thing for every individual, that if they want to prosper as a human being, if they want to exercise all the mental faculties, all the creativeness that they are born with, you need to have a freedom. And by freedom here, it doesn't mean only if you are governed or regulated by a foreign country. Even if you are in your own country, and for the sake of freedom, if it is free country, but you're not able to exercise your creative thought process, you're not able to express yourself, it is of no good use. So freedom is such one thing that it's as important as a breath, and we should pay whatever price it takes to get the freedom, because unless you and I are free, we cannot do justice to our living, to our being, because we are not able to express ourselves. We will not be able to bring the difference for which we are born on this country, on this planet. So freedom is the key, and we should all exercise freedom, be it in our nation or be in our family. We should also exercise freedom of thoughts and expression in our families also. We should listen them. We should let other people say, and that's what I think the meaning of this quote is from great Mahatma Gandhi. Thank you so much.
That was quite wonderful speech. Thank you, TM Vijay, for such a wonderful speech.
We have Toastmaster Ajay.
Now
Like he's
all right.
volunteering himself.
All right, TM Ajay, your topic is importance of Independence Day in your life. TM Ajay, importance of Independence Day in your life.
Thank you very much. A very good morning to everyone, and a happy Independence Day to everybody present here. My topic, importance of Independence Day in your life. Definitely, I born much later than when we got independence from British rule, but it makes us to realize the independence and the value of independence. We came to know by listening other people, our seniors in our college or school days, every time. Importance of this independence is in my life that I am able to celebrate my life all day just because of independence given to me by the government, or and nobody is ruling over me and nobody is stopping me from doing any kind of work what I want to do. I have the freedom. I have the freedom of choice. I can choose something what I like to do, and I want to excel in my life with this. So this the choice that I make is my importance in of being independent in today's India. I have the importance also become more. I have the liberty to dream at current scenario in India, or I have many dreams that need to complete from my end, and I have that opportunity to dream and concur that mission. Thank you very much for giving me such a wonderful topic.
Thank you, TM Ajay, for your views on this topic. Now I would like to call any volunteers for the third topic.
Toastmaster Ashish, would you like to volunteer?
Toastmaster Ashish, can you hear us? I think he can't hear us. All right.
Toastmaster Manali, would you like to volunteer?
Okay, sure.
All right, Toastmaster Manali, you go. Yeah, it's your topic.
Okay.
You can't separate peace from freedom, because no one can be at peace unless he has his freedom, by Malcolm X. TM
Okay.
Manali.
Yeah. So peace and freedom. These are two very contradictory statements as per my belief and what I can understand from this. These two statements go hand in hand. So when you have independence, the way you chose independence, you chose that kind of a peace. Is I chose independence as per my beliefs, as per my thought process, then I'll get peace. So I think it's all human to human, person to person, and as well as situations varies too, that how your peace comes. Situations do matter. So obviously we cannot separate peace from freedom, but the freedom you chose, peace come along with it. So I think from my understanding, I'll say ki it's your mental well-being. And in the current scenario, peace is the foremost priority for everyone. If you are peaceful from your out inner side or outer side, you'll at ease, and then you can enjoy everything and anything at any moment of your life. Doesn't matter how peaceful or how much freedom you have, irrespective of your work or your personal or professional commitments, everything will come and it will be very easy to handle all the things all together. That's all.
Thank you, TM Manali, for your views on the topic. Now I would like to call, all right, anybody who's taking up any role can also participate if anybody wants. Raja, will you try?
Okay. It's scary, but all right.
All right, Raja, here you go. Your topic is,
how do you imagine our country?
how do you imagine our country if we were not independent yet? TM Raja. TM Raja, how do you imagine our country if we were not yet independent?
So I believe if we were not independent, it would be very difficult for us to stay, to survive, to exercise the rights we are in. So for now, let's say, let's consider countries like North Korea and maybe China for that matter, which have dictators. So these people in North Korea, they don't even have access to the internet. So imagine the life without internet. We would not be here on a Zoom call taking Toastmasters. How would it be? And then we would not have freedom to buy vehicles or whatever it is. So I believe imagining a country without being independent is something I don't want to imagine. So yes, I believe that I cannot imagine, and so it is a difficult topic for me. So yeah, that's all from my side. Thank you.
Thank you, K. Raja. Thank you for your views on the topic. So, anybody would like to take up a topic?
May I? Am I audible?
Who said? Yes, who's this?
Yeah, this is Gaurav.
Gaurav, yeah, Gaurav. Thank you for taking up a topic. Your topic goes like this. Freedom lies in being bold by Robert Frost. TM Gaurav. TM Gaurav. Freedom lies in being bold by Robert Frost. Your views on the topic.
Okay. So, thank you for the nice topic. So I'll start with what freedom actually is. So freedom is basically taking up your own decisions, helping other persons. And I can say, if you're thinking something very precious or something important, you can change that thinking to a reality. That is what freedom is. So changing to the reality, changing your thinking to the reality definitely needs courage. And if I talk about freedom, then freedom definitely need being a bold person. If you want to, we can say, change your personality, then definitely you should work upon yourself rather than hearing all the surroundings, because that is something which is restricting you, which is like pushing you back. So if you are freeing from like all the thoughts which is going on in surrounded, so you are definitely going to achieve all the success you are thinking of. So I definitely agree with this sentence that freedom lies in being bold. And being bold means taking your own decisions, ignoring all the surroundings, which is making you like making a negative impact in your life. So yeah, that is all from my side. Thank you so much.
Thank you, TM Gaurav. And I would like to end the table topics here. Over to you, TM Modi.
Thank you, Toastmaster Monish. Since I just changed my device, I hope I'm visible and audible. Okay. I have one more game for all of us. Before playing that game, I want to announce that the winner of our last game was Toastmaster Abhishek, a general evaluator. And in this game, we have two teams, Team A of Toastmaster Raja and Team B of Toastmaster Vidit. And Toastmaster Raja have Manali, Kriti, Toastmaster Abhishek, Sneha, Toastmaster Rakesh, Mohnish, and Toastmaster Vidit have Akshita, Shubham, Harshit, Gaurav, Toastmaster Ashish, and Toastmaster Ajay. Where you have to tell one lie and one truth about yourself, and the another team have to guess which one is lie and which one is truth. And the another team can only cross question once. Like, yeah, they can only cross question once. So let's start. I hope it's clear.
Okay, can you please come again? Can you please?
Okay, so we have two teams. Team A of Toastmaster Raja and Team B of Toastmaster Vidit. In Toastmaster Raja's team, we have Manali, Kriti, Abhishek, Sneha, Rakesh, and Mohnish. And in Toastmaster Vidit team, we have Akshita, Shubham, Harshit, Gaurav, Ashish, and Ajay. And we all have to tell one truth and one lie about yourself. And the another team member have to guess which is true and which is lie. Okay. And we can cross question once. Like.
So, like, what's the role of team leader here?
Like, I'll check who's the winner. Team leader, you will decide who will come. Like, who will come first, and then another person, and another person.
Okay. So, but I can't remember all the names that we just took. So,
okay.
You can ask my body.
So you need to help me with that, like when I get my chance.
Sure. Let's start a Toastmaster Raja. Who would you present first from your team?
I think Toastmaster Manali should go. She's amazing with this game, I believe so.
Okay, I'm very bad with it. So if anybody can start, then I can understand, and next I can be that one person. You know, I'm really bad with all these games.
Okay, so if
Poker face.
I think
Saloni, you can start by yourself and we can guess.
Okay, so first statement. I love listening Punjabi music. Second, I hate red lipstick.
You hate red lipstick.
That's true or false?
False. No, true. Okay, you hate red lipstick.
Yeah.
Then
Okay.
what is the role of cross questioning?
Like you can ask, suppose I said I'm a morning person, then they can ask at what time you wake up.
Okay. Got it.
okay. So who goes? It's actually difficult to remember the names.
I think just call out the name, like team name, and anybody from that team can speak out.
Manali, Kriti, Abhishek, Sneha, Rakesh, and Mohnish.
Abhishek.
And Toastmaster Abhishek.
I think Abhishek should. Yes, Toastmaster Abhishek, please.
So I have to tell a truth and a lie about myself.
Yes. And remember, they can question once.
I'm tall and I'm fat.
The second one is wrong. Am I audible?
Saloni,
I said
How
who's
can
going
we
to
know by
answer?
this rectangle?
No, but Saloni, sorry to interrupt. Like, say, Raja has nominated Abhishek, and now Abhishek has given a statement. Now, who is to answer this? From our team or from their team?
Your
From opposing, like from your team.
So, from my team, do I have to nominate or anybody can volunteer themselves?
Discuss also for giving the answer.
So that anybody can do it. No? It's not
Yeah,
like my
yeah.
requirement is not there.
Of opposite team, right?
Okay.
Okay, Abhishek sir, can you stand up for a while?
Okay,
so
I
that
have
we
seen
can
Abhishek.
answer?
I have seen Abhishek. So like he is like more than 6 feet. So like he is definitely not a fat person. So according to me, we should go with the second one. That this one is the wrong sentence.
Okay, are you sure? Should we lock
Yeah.
it?
With it, sir.
Yes. Abhishek, who gave the answer? Gaurav.
Yeah.
So
I
Gaurav,
said he is not a fat person.
Oh yes, we are going by you. We are confident about your analysis. Yes.
Sir, what is right and what is wrong? Toastmaster Abhishek.
Okay, so here's the evil spin. I am 6 feet 2 inches. So yes, I am above 6 feet. And I weigh 93 kgs.
So you're not fat.
How can it be?
We should check BMI and then we can answer.
So I'm on BMI of 26, which is about 25 and hence fat.
On the border.
The common standard, it's okay, Abhishek. We don't consider you fat. You don't look like that on the camera.
6 feet 2 inch with 90 kg is not bad.
Yes, it's okay. Yes, we have one.
Yes, you got 1 point. Now, Toastmaster with its team, we have Akshita, Shubham, Harshit, Gaurav, Ashish, and Ajay. So, who is coming?
Harshit.
Harshit, okay.
My
And team-
chest rate.
Yes. Yours.
So my chest rating is 1500. My chest rating is 1500.
You mean your heartbeat?
Chess.
Chess,
It's a game, chess.
Game.
Chess, okay.
And you've got to give two statements, Harshit. One which you considered is true and another one which you consider is not true. So what is the another one?
My chess rating is 1500 and I'm a strong player.
Okay. So anybody here knows about chess a little bit?
So here's the deal. 1500 is a good rating. And anyone who is above 1500. Now, but here's the thing. It's a clear-cut dialogue from Queen's Gambit.
Okay. So his chess.
It's also a dialogue from Queen's Gambit that any player above 1500 and all that, you have to go ahead and Google it. I have not seen it. I've seen the clippings of it. So 1500 and above is considered a good player.
Okay, so he says that he has a chess rating of 1500, but he also says he's a very good player. So either of which should be wrong.
I gave you the background of it. So 1500 and above has to be a good player. So one of them is true.
But if first is true, second goes true for me. And if second is true, maybe it is more than that. More than 1500 is also good, right? So maybe it is more than that. He's a good player.
Harshit, you made a good move.
If Harshit and Gaurav are good friends, Gaurav's smile will give you the answer away.
No. Like, yeah, everybody is a good friend here. But like, I don't know him very personally. Yeah.
You can't answer.
Okay, so then let's go with chest rating. It's 1500. It's a lie.
Okay.
It's true. No. My rating is 1500, but I am not a strong player.
But
Above
1500
2000, yeah, but above 2000 is considered a strong player.
Oh, all right.
Toastmaster Raja, you lose.
Okay, just a query. You used good player in the sentence or strong player when you gave
Strong,
the
strong.
statement?
Strong.
Okay, then that's my bad. I understood wrong.
Okay, so moving forward to our next participant from Toastmaster Raja's team, we have Manali, Kriti, Sneha, Rakesh, and Monish. So who is coming next?
Katie?
Okay. So from my side, the option 1 is the on-spot perfect dancer. And the second option is I love math.
Could you please repeat? We can't hear you properly.
Hello.
Yes,
Is it clear
now
now?
better. Yes.
Okay. So the first option is I'm a on the spot perfect dancer, and the second is I love math.
Second one is wrong.
Yeah, the second one is wrong.
Second one is wrong.
It's a sentence.
People who are good in history can't be good in math.
This is this team. Don't know the answer.
You have to guess. Not Toastmaster Raja's team.
But she actually scored 100 in 12th board.
Yeah, so like I personally know her. So
No,
she's
you
very
can't
good.
answer.
Yes, Gaurav, go on.
Gaurav cannot answer. Okay.
Gaurav is from
But
our team, na?
Yeah.
So Gaurav, you can.
Yes.
No.
Like,
They are brother, sister. It is
No,
cheating.
Gaurav cannot answer.
Toastmaster Raja.
Okay, so what is the answer, Gaurav, which you don't want, which you cannot give?
She do not love maths.
Yeah, the second statement was she doesn't love math.
Yeah.
No, she loves math, I guess. That was the
No,
statement.
that is not necessary. If
No.
somebody have 100 after 100, that doesn't mean he loves math.
Exactly.
I also had 100, but I don't love maths.
Yes. So I guess second one is wrong.
Okay.
So what's the conclusion now?
First one is right, second one is wrong.
Okay, so the answer is I think I'm on the spot perfect dancer. I don't love maths.
So that's what like
You are perfect dancer. We saw your dances. Okay.
So we got the points, Saloni, I guess.
Yes. You did. So
We
next
have to
is
win this one, team.
huh?
Yes, I'm saying we have to win this one at least.
Yeah. So who is coming from Toastmaster with its team? Akshita, Shubham, Gaurav, Ashish, and Ajay.
Shubham.
So the first statement is I love the South Indian dish Utpam, but I also love to cook the South Indian food.
Okay.
I am happy that you are our team member.
I think correct and second is wrong.
I think we should ask the question. In general, do you like to cook, Toastmaster Shubham?
Yes.
Okay. So he likes to cook, but it is about South Indian. South Indian foods are difficult to cook, although I like cooking. Dosa is really difficult to cook, trust me. What do you say, Toastmaster Rakesh? Toastmaster Rakesh. Okay. He has disconnected his audio. So am I only left in the team? What do you say?
Hello.
Hello. Yes. You are not audible.
Toastmaster Raja, you have 2 more minutes.
Okay. Monish, what do you say? Which one do you think is wrong?
I think cooking is quite difficult.
Yes, but he likes cooking. He said he can cook.
That's a tricky question, tricky statement to be present. So I'll go with he said he likes Uttapam, so I think he doesn't like that.
Okay, so he doesn't like Uttapam. Let's go with it. You don't like Uttapam.
I answer?
Yeah, so he doesn't like Uttapam is a lie. What was the option? First option, you like Uttapam or you don't like Uttapam?
Yes,
you like Uttapam. So you don't like Uttapam.
Okay, so shall I answer now?
Yeah.
So the answer is wrong. I love the dish Uttapam, but I really hate cooking the South Indian food.
Oh.
Oh. This would be the last one, although I know we will lose, but still.
We have 2 more people, like from Toastmaster Raja, Manali, Sneha, Rakesh, and Monesh. Who would go next?
I'll try Raja.
Yeah.
Okay, so I am allergic to seafood and I like yoga.
So I want to ask a question.
On which time you wake up?
I wake up about 5:30 and 6.
So one
Then
more
you
question
love
from my
yoga.
side.
You can.
So
Yeah.
you like to do yoga or you like to watch the yoga?
You can only
All
ask
the-
one question.
You can ask only once, right?
We should have asked what happens to you when you eat seafood.
Sorry. Come back.
What happens to you when you eat seafood?
But the time has gone. Okay. I think this was a great move, Toastmaster.
I guess the first one is wrong and second one is right.
Second one?
Yes. Monish loves yoga and is not allergic to seafood.
Yeah.
All right, he's right. I'm a vegetarian.
Okay, so we have clear-cut winner, Toastmaster with 4 points, and Toastmaster Raja with 0 points.
Oh, brilliant work, team. Brilliant work. A comprehensive victory. Congratulations to all.
Are we sending chocolates to these people?
Yes.
Club funds are not approving them. For sure. All right.
We will send that motichur ka laddu that we got in school.
Yes, that's symbolic of Independence Day.
Moving forward, we already came at the end of the meeting, but we have one important session left, that is evaluation, where we learn. So, I would like to call Master Abhishek to take the meeting forward.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, Saloni, for such an enriching, enthralling session on a Sunday morning. So moving on, we called upon the timer. We will call upon the evaluators first. So the first evaluator for the first speaker today is Toastmaster Shubham. I request Toastmaster Shubham to come on stage and give his evaluation for our first speaker.
Thank you, Toastmaster Abhishek, for handing over this stage again. So first thing I would say is Toastmaster Gaurav, if I were your interviewer, I would have definitely recommended you. You actually reminded me my interview days when I was in the third year. I appeared for for my first interview. And if I compare myself with you, I would say you are doing really great. You are just handling the multitask apart from your graduations. So now let me share some interesting points and elements from your speech. So I like the first thing I liked about your speech that you started with your your description about yourself. So the elements that you mentioned in your speech were for like about this town. You were adding the information about that. So I like these small little things that apart from yourself, you were adding some information to your town, your skills, and moving further, you mentioned about your ISEC journey. So I like the fact that when you were asked about the ISEC roles and responsibilities, you very well taken that question and you showcased your leadership skills there, not your journey there. So that is a really good quality of a leader that you mentioned that you have handled a team of more than 7 people there, and your vision is to become a manager there, and then after that you will become the CEO. So you have a really good vision after 5 years and 7 years. I also like the fact about Toastmaster Exercise. She arranged the question in a very chronicle order, so it made you to being comfortable while answering your questions. Now, when you were asked about how do you manage your members, the best way to answer that question is to mention one example about that, and that what you did there. Like you found the loopholes in your teams, and then you arranged the physical meetings to overcome that. I like that fact. There are some small elements that I would recommend when you were asked about your vision after 5 years and 7 years. Though you were really clear about that you want to become a CEO after 7 years and you want some very good managerial position after 5 years, but you had a good chance to mention some elements and points like a detailed plan how you will achieve that. What is your long-term plans? What is the strategy you will incorporate to achieve that goal? Apart from that, if I talk about the voice clarity, you were really clear and positive throughout your speech. You were smiling and you were slouched towards the screen. That shows that you were really interested towards the question that were put on. You were using the hand gestures to explaining the difficulties you faced during the ISEC role and how did you manage your team. That shows that you were really comfortable throughout the speech. One more thing I would like to recommend, that when you were asked the final question about one line that you need to answer in one line, so you had a good chance to throw a really good line that catch the attention of audience. So you just need to work upon that. Apart from that, your speech was really good, and I wish I would have that good at my time so that I would have got a very good MNC. So really wonderful. Thank you, everyone, and over to you, Toastmaster Abhishek.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shubham, for such a clear feedback. I'll definitely work on all the recommendations. Thank you so much.
So, great evaluation, Shubham. As a journal evaluator, I have always made a point not to evaluate the speaker or the speech, because that's not the job of a journal evaluator. Though we have seen variations, that there are times when journal evaluators do give additional feedback to the speaker, what has to be done. I would be deviating from that today. Reason being, Gaurav, you are preparing for your interviews. And I see other multiple people here who are present in the room who would be attending interviews sometime in next 1 or 2 years. So what I'm saying is more of a friend rather than as a journal evaluator of this meeting. Number 1, have an elevator pitch ready about yourself. Try to avoid question on the words such as basically, I'm from a middle class family. These, if in case there is a interviewer who would like to trip you. He would pull out from there. Your answers for any question should allow the interview to go in a way you would like it to go. Interviews, mainly first round and the last round, are not about analyzing how good or how bad you are, but it's about where the conversation moreover goes. The number of interviews I have ever cracked in my life were the ones where I was able to dictate my course of interview. Try to make sure that the answer that you're giving to any question at any given point of time does not give room for another question to arise for which you're not prepared for. If in case you're mentioning a hobby, if in case you're mentioning a activity that you have done, try to find out how would that relate to the job role you're applying for or the organization you're applying for. More often than not, before lockdown happened, we were doing mass recruiting for 15 to 20 teachers. And I had teachers coming in. I'm sorry, presiding officer, if in case this overshoots it, but if in case I cover it later, there's a chance that I might forget. I'm sorry for that. Apologies to the members. There were members who were coming in. There were candidates who came in who said, I'm good. My hobby is reading. I'm like, okay, fine, good. You're reading. You're teaching political science. So what have you read upon your subject? And they were blank. If you say you're reading something, don't give out answers that are very generic. Say very clear. I have mentioned like I like reading. You will always say, and I'll always say that this has been my reading. These are my favorite books and why I like it. Pretty much the way you do it in evaluations. We say, yes, I like this part of your speech. Why I like it? Because this is the reason why I like it. And a question might come, how do you think being an engineer, reading would help you? Or being a mathematical analyst or analyst, reading would help you? So try to work these things out in your speeches to everyone. This is not just Gaurav, that Gaurav is being pointed out here, but he was doing it. And when I heard it, I was able to see, okay, these. I would hire him for the enthusiasm. I would hire him for the intent. I would not hire him for the answers he gave. I'll be very brute. I'm really very sorry, Gaurav, if in case it hurts you. But, a friend who says what's right is better than the enemy who praises. So I'm just being a friend here. And there was one more thing. Yeah, I forgot. See, I told you I will forget. Old age. So I wish all of you and everyone, please have an elevator pitch ready. A 30 to 40 second pitch about who you are, what you do, and why you're here. Nothing more than that. Doesn't matter Gaurav is from Pali or Abhishek is from Ajmer, but why is he sitting there? Yes, now I remembered. You said ISEC, you said IR. A rule of grammar, I am sorry, grammarian, for overstepping. Whenever you're abbreviating something, whenever you're using acronyms, first use the full word. IR for me would be infrared. When you said IR, the word came to my mind was, why is he managing infrared systems? But if you say international relations, oh, then a question might come. What were you exactly doing in international relations, Gaurav? Allow the conversation to go where you want to. So moving on, I'm sorry if in case I sidestepped, but kind of had to get it out of my system. So evaluator number 2, Kirti, over to you to evaluate our speaker number 2, Akshita.
First of all, congratulations Toastmaster Akshita for successfully completing level 2 project 2. The most important thing in communication is to hear what is said and what is not. Although you have told about all the communication styles and what you think about them, I was even able to understand what was the crux behind you haven't tell yet. I found the key message in 2 sections. The first key message I found was, there is no need of words to express your thoughts. There is no need of language. You can express them via your expression as well. And the second thing is, single communication styles will not work always. You will need multiple communication styles depending upon the situations and depending upon the person as well, whom you prefer to suggest. So these 2 key messages I found throughout your speech. You were quite confident while you were speaking. I could see the confidence in your eyes. You were quite, you are performing your speech. That's the most important part in your speech. You were performing, you were enjoying, you were connecting with the audience. So I loved this enthusiasm in yourself. And I know when you were at the first step of your speech and the icebreaker, and I can see the journey you come far away till now. So I can see the biggest improvement till now you have achieved. You had perfect eye contact throughout your speech. And the most important part was that your speech writing was not monotonous. You added some humor, you added some pizza examples as well that created some interest in the audience, that why she is adding some these kind of filaments and examples, and they're related with the examples with the communication styles as well that you wanted them to do and you wanted them to relate. But here always there is a need of improvement. So for improvement, I have segregated the improvement section in 2 parts. First is effectiveness, and second is writing a speech. Effectiveness part, in which I will include something. You can make your speech more effective if you use appropriate voice modulation. For example, whenever you are speaking, that whenever you are talking to your best friend or you are talking to a friend, then you can even tell, go there, I don't want to talk to you. But if you are speaking to a person who is very sad and he wants some suggestions from you, you have to speak in a way that is not resonating with the other person who is your best friend. So here you can see the pitch I expressed. You can in this way you can improve the connection with you and the audience. And the second part, in which the writing of speech is included, the first thing is key message. I know you represented your key message in a very constructed and well manner, but as your objective of this purpose of your level was that you have to communicate about your communication styles as well, plus what you prefer, in which direction you are inclined more. So I think that thing was not clear in my perception. So I think I will recommend you to do that better, in a better way. Your speech was very good. The content was amazing. You were astonishing throughout your speech, and your expression, your confidence was a cherry on the cake. But still, I think you need some kind of more rehearsal. If you, for example, you can speak in the mirror. You can even start the timer, the watch, and then note the timings, how much time you are taking. And if you are taking this much time, how much time you will add more while you are expressing with examples. For example, if you are stretching your time while expressing, while like I'm doing this, while presentation, so you have to manage this time, including your speech. So you can work on your timing segment as well, and you can work on the spaces you should not add in your speeches. So the rehearsal will make you feel more comfortable and more confident in that. So here I'm ending. Hope you are finding my evaluation good and you will improve yourself. That's it. Hoping to hear more speeches from your side.
Before we move further, I would request our timer, Toastmaster Rakesh, to give me quickly the timing only for the evaluators, if possible. I would like to evaluate the evaluators first and then call upon the tag team role players. Rakesh dropped off. Was I really that rude? I'm sorry. Okay. So, if I were to guess, if I was a betting man, I would say that evaluator number 2 overshot her time limit. That being said, couple of things that I observed which were common in both. Okay, before I begin, how many of you want to participate in evaluation contest this year? Virtual hands up, quickly. Virtual or regular hands up. How many of you want to participate? 1, 2, okay. Nobody else? 3. Virtual or anyway, if you want to participate in evaluation contest, I want a hands up. So here's the deal. And Raja would agree with me because I'm sure as AD, he must have also judged multiple contests in the year he was there. You lose out point the moment you start with good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Because when you see an evaluation sheet, you're judged on how you open. And then you can come back with your good morning, good afternoon spiel. The reason I'm saying spiel because that's what it is. The greeting is a spiel in it. That's how I take it. Because we have given enough salutations and everything. So, but fine, that's one of the criteria. When you're giving an opening, you're losing out because all we have is 8.5 seconds to grab attention of anybody who's listening to us. If you are not grabbing attention within those 8.5 seconds, you have lost attention of 7 judges. Those who will be deciding how far will you go. And trust me, more often than not, people lose out just because they started, good morning, ladies and gentlemen, my target speaker was this, and you have given away 20 seconds, 20 precious seconds out of 3 minutes, 20 seconds. Because that's all you have. 10 seconds last are just a buffer for you to wrap up and ensure that you're not time barred. Don't do that. Lastly, none of you gave a summary. Summary has 15 marks. You don't give a summary and it's a clear-cut 0. I have seen the best evaluators lose because they did not give a summary. Please don't do that. If you are practicing, if you are aiming for evaluation contest, if you want to be a good evaluator, give a summary. Make it a practice, make it a thing that you will give a summary in your evaluation. Both of you were excellent when you gave your commendations and recommendations with examples. Give a recommendation and commendation. Give a recommendation that is transferable. Meaning, it should be something that the speaker can employ even in his or her future speeches. Like voice modulation, hand gesture, content. If there is a point that you feel that yes, because that's how you can do it. There might be one recommendation that is non-transferable there because it would have allowed speech to become better. But there can be 2 that can actually help the speaker also to become a better speaker. Commendations also have to come with an example in a supportive tone, which both of you had. So if you are aiming, if you want to be a better evaluator, both of you were outstanding today. Katie, you just overshot your time limit. That's what I'm feared of. And yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Raja, for putting that out. So guys, everyone just download, have a look at it. If you're aiming, if you want to be, work on your summary, work on your opening, have a supportive tone, and give recommendations that are transferable. And just try to ensure that you wrap up within 3 minutes, 20 seconds. Because just so that you are on the safer side, you know कि हाँ भैया 3 minutes 21 seconds 22 seconds वहाँ पे 2. I'm so sorry. My bad habit. Just because you have 3 minutes 22, 3 minutes 23 ensures that you're not time barred by a timing device malfunction, by a miscalculation, by an oversight. 7 seconds is never something that would happen to you. That's it. I think that covers my feedback on evaluators. Great job done, great speakers, great evaluators. Moving on, I would like to first call upon our grammarian of the day, Toastmaster Harshit. Over to you.
Yeah, thank you so much. The speakers have delivered their speeches with utmost veracity, but word of the day has not been used many times, only 2 or 3 times, and I'm really sad for that. And I request everyone to use as much as possible in the future meeting. In today's meeting, I've learned a lot many words like bottleneck, reputed, managerial, analytically, restricting, conquered, bold, oversight, and some beautiful quotes like an honest enemy is always better than a friend who lies. A freedom is never dear at any price. It is breath of life in today's era. It is very important. So thank you so much, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Harshit, for such a detailed and active report from your end. Please give him a big round of applause. He has been listening all of us for last 90 minutes. Now I would like to call upon our VP Education, Toastmaster Manali, to give us our counter report. And I'm sure I have also made some ahs and ahs today. Over to you, Toastmaster Manali.
Thank you, Abhishek. So nobody like interruptions, and the lighting speed with which you can click skip ad button on YouTube is a proof. And no wonder people pay money nowadays, to get Spotify rid of interruptions. So similarly, I maintain that Sneha with 2 Rs, 2 Saloni with 3 Rs, Gaurav with 1 R, 2 buts, 1 short pause and 5 long pause. Akshita Joshi with 2 short pauses, 3 Rs, 3 lights. Raja with 3 so's. Shubham with 5 Rs. And 2 1 short pause. That's all from my end, and I would recommend to avoid these interruptions to have a better, clear speeches from next time onwards. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Manali. Please give her a big round of applause. She has been listening to us and she played the game also along with us. Great job, Manali. Finally, I would like to call upon our timer of the day, Toastmaster Rakesh, to give us our timing report and let us know if anybody overshot the time limit.
General Evaluator, first of all, I'm really sorry that I was facing that activity issue. However, I have monitored the timing for most of the participants. Let me start with the prepared speaker session. TM Gaurav took 7 minutes 23 seconds. 7 minutes 23 seconds. TM Akshita took 6 minutes 32 minutes. And come to the table topic session. TM Vidit took 1 minute 45 seconds. TM Ajay took 1 minute 1.40 minutes. TM Manali took 1 minute or 29 seconds. TM Raja took 1 minute or 1 minute 1 second. TM Gaurav took 1 minute 31 seconds. Come to the evaluation section. TM Shubham took 2 minutes 31 seconds. And TM Kirti took more than 4 minutes 30 seconds. So TM Kirti does not qualify. Rest of the all are qualified. Thank you. Over to you, General.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rakesh, for giving such a detailed timer report. Give him a big round of applause, and a special applause because he used the Toastmaster recommended timing method of virtual backgrounds. And trust me, anyone who has used that method, it's a problem because you have to, on one hand, you have to see, oh, tuck, and oh, tuck. So great job. So a couple of recommendations for our tag team, our counter and timer. I would prefer, or I would recommend, use a Excel sheet with a share screen to let us know how we did well. An Excel sheet with color coordination would allow you to know what went wrong, what went bad. For example, let me see if I can show you. May I have the screen share permission? You can just enable the screen guard to allow participants.
It is allowed for all.
Okay. Is it visible?
still loading.
Not visible.
People are,
Yes.
people are putting,
And now it's visible.
yeah, people are putting too much status on WhatsApp, so bandwidth is kind of low today. If you can see my screen, you will know that it is being done. All it took for me was just do a screen share and let everybody know that yes, they are within the time limit. This allows people to know where they are, how they are, and it also is a presentable report. There's one for our counter also. I'm just trying to find that out because too many accounts, too many places. But an Excel-based R counter also lets people know how they are doing, what they're doing, and how we are doing as a club, which would be a good reference for the VP education also to know how we are doing on weekly basis, whether we are improving, whether we are degrading, if there is a member who's making too many noises. So it would allow you Indian cooking, too many spices. Don't sit next to kitchen. Akshita is like, really, you crack too many PJs. So that would allow even VPE and yourself to learn how you can improve on your Rs and Ms and what are the Rs and Ms that you are using too much or too less. Okay. So all in all, great job, Grammarian. Yes, you were absolutely perfect. You took up the recommendation given by me in the beginning. You posted in the chat and you tried to check the veracity. Everybody is using it. However, not many did it. And I was not mentioned that I was using it twice. All in all, we started on time. There is certain slight glitches on technical side, but then again, that's the cost of virtual meetings. Everyone was charged up all through the meeting. As a team org, our Toastmaster Saloni did a great job for keeping us engaged. 2 activities, very enriching, very, what we say, engaging the team and ensuring a team building activity. You know, Esperite de Corps, that's what they call it. And both your activities were in that way. And I've won it once, so I have to say yes, you did good. Coming to our table topic master, great table topics, only one recommendation. Try to keep table topics within 4 to 5 words. Do not expand them, because then what happens is it becomes too much longer and people are like, okay, what I have to say. But if you're trying to, if the aim is to allow speaker to speak for 2 minutes, give them a topic they can speak on for 2 minutes, and 4 to 5 word topics, make sure of that. All in all, we all were there. We kept our videos on for a lot of meeting, a great meeting. With that, I would wrap up my journal evaluator section. And a personal kudos to our VPE, Manali, because among all the things when we know, and if we are into many, XCOM groups, she ensured that there was a meeting when there's a weekend, when things are not happening. And I'm still looking at messages that there's a meeting starting just now. Could you please come? In such a scenario, you have arranged a meeting when all the role players were pre-decided. Please unmute yourself and give her a big round of applause for a job, not well done, an awesome job. It takes a lot when everybody's saying, no, I'm not going to be there. And yes, to our co-VP at Saloni. I'm sorry, I was not aware of it, Saloni. My apologies. I forgot that PCTC has the co-VP and co-VPM concept. Kudos to the VP at team. With that, I wrap up my section and over to Raja. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Abhishek, for joining in. It was a great session hearing from you. Toastmaster Saloni, do you have to wrap up or are you done? All right. So let's move to the this session where we take polls. But before that, I lost in between. So Can you please confirm, are both the evaluators in time limit or not?
Yeah, I mean, TM Kirti is out of time limits. Actually, she took more than 4 minutes.
All right.
Acha, we have Hackmaster too.
Yes. Yes, we are left with one.
Yes. Before that, okay, I'll come to the Hackmaster. I just have one more thing to do before that. So I am calling out the names of table topic speakers. If you have left out, if you are left out, do let me know so that I can add your name in here. Toastmaster Vidya, Toastmaster Ajay, Toastmaster Manali, and Toastmaster Gaurav. I think there are 2 people whose name I missed out for table topic section.
Let me tell you.
There are only 5 topics.
Yeah, there were only 5 topics.
Correct. TM Vidit, TM Ajay, TM Manali, TM Raja, and TM Gora. For 5 total 5.
Great, great, great. Thank you so much. All right, so let's go to our Hackmaster, Toastmaster Sneha, who has been listening to us. So Hackmaster, the stage is all yours.
Thank you for calling me on the stage. So, okay, so now let's check how attentively everyone listened to the meeting. Here are the questions. The first question is, in which company is TM Gaurav working and in which role? You can answer the questions in the chat box.
He is working as a team leader.
Okay, so just a second. General evaluator Abhishek is the winner. Then the next question is, on what does our communication style depends?
Attention. It totally depends on attention.
No, wrong answer.
Situation.
Yes. And there's also another.
Actions.
No. Okay, so situation is the correct and the audience to be referred. Then, in what does the freedom lies according to Robert Frost?
In being bold.
Correct. Okay. Then, how many people are there in Toastmaster Gaurav's team?
7.
Currently.
7.
Right. Okay. Then, between what two things communication works as a bridge?
Confusion and clarity.
Right. Okay. Then, what is the first step that we need to make for making ourselves a better communicator?
Grab the attention.
To start.
Listen properly.
Right. TM Gaurav is correct. So TM Gaurav is the winner. And then, what are the aspirations of TM Gaurav to 7 years?
CEO.
And that's all from my side. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sneha, for such a wonderful session. Okay, so now it is time for the poll. So first, I am creating the poll. I have created the poll for best speaker and best table topics. Here is the poll on your screens. Okay, 3, 4, 5 seconds left and 10 seconds to go. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and second poll is on your screen. This poll will last for a total of 40 seconds. Partly on few respond. 9 responses, 10 responses, 3 to go, 2 to go, 10 seconds, 9, 8, 7. The answers are here. Okay, so there is one more decision to make. For that, Toastmaster Abhishek, I am making a co-host so that you cannot vote. Also, Toastmaster with it so that you cannot vote as well and only the members can vote. So, as you all know, next Sunday we would be having Rakhi. So it is not feasible to have a meeting next Sunday. So there are 3 options in the poll: Saturday morning, Saturday evening, and if you still feel Sunday morning is better, there is an option for that too. So let's crack it up. Two more people to go. And I think I have the answer. Thank you so much. So the meeting would be on Saturday evening from, what time was it? Yes, 7 to 9 p.m. All right. And next meeting would be something special. So don't miss on that. It is very important for the club. What is it? How it's going to happen? You would know as the time comes. By the time, I would like to call Toastmaster Vidit on the stage to share his views. Please be a little longer. I have to create certificates. Please hold on to the stage for a while, Toastmaster Vidit.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Raja. And thank you for giving me this opportunity to buy the time and express my views. So as I have said in the opening comments, that it's always a pleasure being on the forum of Pink City Toastmasters Club, and it's just like coming to my home. And there are so many memories that I share with this club, and the members are just like the family members. So first of all, I would like to take this opportunity to thank everybody, be it Shubham, Ajay, Sneha, Gaurav, Kirti, and Manali, for taking this baton of Pink City Toastmasters Club forward and giving your best shots. And I'm pretty much sure this club is going to reach new heights with these young people, new ideas, bright ideas, and enthusiasm. So I'm pretty much sure with the Raja at the helm, the Pink City Toastmasters is in very safe hands. And this is the second term for Raja as a president. So like nothing to say about it. Like this Raja started this off like in the initial days, and from there so many presidents came and they contributed, and again it is in the steering is in the hands of Raja. So we are going to reach to a newer and better destination, that is for sure. Today's meeting, I would like to say, being an Independence Day, it was a really special meeting, and it reignited the sense of patriotism in each one of us. Special thanks to the Toastmaster of the day, Saloni, who picked up this theme, and our table topic master, who picked up some really nice topics that gave us a food for thought to think about what exactly the independence means in real sense. And this new generation, the millennials, for them, independence is perhaps not as difficult because you guys are living in an environment where everything is so easy. So at this time, if you guys are also so sensitive to the hardships that our forefathers went through to give us this independence, it means like the future of our country is in the safe hands. So thank you so much to all the team of Pink City Toastmasters for arranging this meeting. And I thoroughly enjoyed being here, being with you all, and I learned so many things. And one special mention to General Evaluator Abhishek, the way he explained everything, and he picked up things, because I think evaluation is the key in Toastmasters, because unless you know where you are heading towards, you will always land up at a place where you don't want to be. So the role of general evaluator is very key here. And the way you observed, Abhishek, I must tell you, you have a very, very sharp neck of observing things keenly. And your comments on everybody, be it Hackmaster, be it the speaker, they all are noteworthy. And such kind of an evaluation will definitely help our club and members to improve on themselves and to reach new heights in their lives. So thank you so much, Raja, for giving me this opportunity, and happy Independence Day to all of you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Vidit, for being with us. Loved how you articulated your thoughts, and hope to see you in the future meetings too. And
sure.
Yes. So now we have the results in our hands, and let me share the screen. Okay, first let me change the tab, or else you would see the answers already. Yes, I hope all of you can see my screen.
Yes.
All right, great. So let's go with the best evaluator first. Who do you think is the best evaluator?
I think Preeti.
Shubham.
Toastmaster Shubham.
All right, so for you, Toastmaster Ajay, I have a tip tomorrow. So let's say Toastmaster Shubham, so a big round of applause for him. Since Toastmaster Kirti was disqualified, so but Toastmaster Shubham, you did a great job. Although we did not vote on that, but yes, you were amazing. So now let's go to the best table topic speaker. Who do you think is the best table topic speaker?
Manali. Toastmaster Manali.
Okay, any more guesses?
Vidit, sir.
Yes. Vidit, sir. Yes.
I forgot.
If you say it, it is a tie between Toastmaster Vidit and Toastmaster. Where is it? Toastmaster Vidit and Toastmaster Manali. A big round of applause to both of them. I think you also by my mistake saw best speaker. So any guesses for best speaker award?
Gaurav. Toastmaster Gaurav.
Okay. So again, it is a tie for Toastmaster Gaurav and Toastmaster Rakshita. Both of them got equal votes. So congratulations both of you. Next up, we have best auxiliary role player. Who do you think is the best auxiliary role player?
Toastmaster Sneha.
Okay. So they want to Toastmaster Sneha. Congratulations. Anybody left? Table topic done. Best role player, of course. Best role player award goes to
General Evaluator.
General evaluator, yes.
General Evaluator Toastmaster Abhishek. Okay, so thank you so much. All these would be shared in the group.